I'm doing pop culture, entertainment, things like that. You probably know the Grammys happened not so long ago, and two things to note about it. Well, probably more than two things, but I didn't watch it because I got a little nauseous. I don't know why, and I shut it off. But I saw Sam Smith's appearance, I saw Madonna, and that's what we're talking about. And some people also were talking about Madonna's appearance. Now, she does not look exactly like she did in her past. And some people, including Piers Morgan, pointed that out. Now, I gotta say this, people aren't simply making fun of the way Madonna looks, they're making fun of her life choices to bring her up to the way she looks, namely plastic surgeries, things like that. They're not like making fun of a 14-year-old girl who can't control it, who's going through puberty, or something like that. They're talking about someone who's putting on this deliberate look. So this article is from Geo News. It says Piers Morgan sparks fury after shaming Madonna for her racy Grammys outfit. Doesn't look so racy to me. Well, that might not be the one they're talking about. But the one they're showing here doesn't look racy. But at least she wore, full attire at one point. I'll take a look at the actual tweet and comments in a minute, but first let's see what they say here. Piers Morgan has sparked anger on the internet after he called out Madonna for her latest striking look at the 2023 Grammys. The Queen of Pop, 64, on Monday left fans speechless after she unveiled her glam look for the star-studded event held in Los Angeles. The British TV host, 57, took to his Instagram handle and slammed the singer in his spiteful post. Piers compared her to a Halloween costume. Is that spiteful, or is it just a joke? I mean, it's not really a heavy-handed, in-your-face comment. It's not very specific about anything. It's not really cruel about her face, her body. You could say a lot worse. He's just saying, I thought it was Halloween in October. All right, I get it. It's not nice, but let's just say it could be a heck of a lot worse. And they say Madonna's fans flocked to the comment section and slammed Piers for his brutal dig. Well, they say Instagram. I saw the Twitter. The Twitter's got a lot of activity, so let's take a look at that. Here we see it. This is what he posted. And let's just say Madonna does not look like she used to. This got over 4 million views, so it was no small tweet. First person up says, Dearest Piers, Madonna has sold 300 million albums, released 92 singles, sold 100 million singles, sold out 11 world tours, grossed nearly $2 billion in tour revenue, broken 26 world records, win over 300 awards, including Grammys and Golden Globes. Just saying. Well, here's the thing to just say. Everything listed there is completely irrelevant. I guess you could say that her looks contributed to some of that, but I honestly think people went to see her in her older years for the novelty, to see a legend, a superstar, and as long as she looked fine and presentable, they would have saw her. No one went to see her because she got the plastic surgeries. And that's the thing he's calling into question. Someone points out this picture of Piers Morgan. It's not very flattering. He doesn't look good. But the thing is, Piers Morgan is not somebody who's claiming to be a sex symbol who's looked up for the way they look. I guess maybe here and there he said something like, I think I look good today, or whatever, but he's someone whose fame and business is based upon his ideas and what he says. So for that, it doesn't actually matter what he looks like. Now, some people might say, well, he's a hypocrite. He doesn't look good. He's calling her out. But there's nothing wrong with that, because if you're a criminal who's done something illegal, you can still point out another criminal. If you are somebody who's very unattractive, you can still say someone else who's unattractive is unattractive and be right about it. So the point is, you can say something true while being that thing that you're criticizing. That's the reality. It doesn't feel good for some people that somebody who doesn't look good criticizes someone for not looking good, but when they're doing two completely different things, that's acceptable. Somebody posts a Saw meme, and I mean, not for nothing, but the cheekbones and the shape kind of look similar. Yeah, I can see where they got that. You can go about people's opinions or actions, but mocking a person's appearance is not cool. And I get that. That's what I said before. If it was somebody who can't control the way they look, absolutely. If it's someone in a natural state where they appear unattractive and there's nothing they can do about it and it's not their fault, I totally agree 1000%. But if somebody's made life choices to change themselves into the way that they look now, well, you could say something about that because that's something they chose to do for a purpose. It had a reason behind it. It wasn't just how they look naturally. That's not their fault. So you got to recognize the difference between that when you make a comment like this. It's still not very nice, but it's still different. It's almost like mocking somebody for racial features. They can't control that. If you've got racial features for a certain way and you're mocked for it, yes, that's disgusting. And the reason it's disgusting is because you can't change that. You have no control over that. And you shouldn't make fun of something someone's got no control over. Not quite the case here. And David says, if that's Madonna, then this is a real shame. Why do these stars feel the need to butcher themselves rather than grow old gracefully? It never turns out well. Never. And that's a good point. You got to think of it like this. Madonna has got a platform like the first person pointed out who bragged about her sales in front of billions of people. So why not send out the message, let's age gracefully, naturally, and be proud of it, than sending out the message, get thousands of dollars of plastic surgery and end up looking like this. And that's what I'm talking about. It's a message you're sending out. It's not just the way you look. But if you think about it on the surface level, I guess you get irritated and you get your morals involved and you think you're this paladin and you think you're the higher person in the ladder, on the ladder. Okay, I messed it up. Let's keep going. No editing. Well, some editing, but less editing. Body shaming is pretty much as low as it goes, Piers. For someone in your position with your media profile to do that shows absolutely no class whatsoever. Shameful. Well, that's the thing. It's not really body shaming. I gotta circle back to what I said before. If you deliberately change your body, people can criticize the choice you made to do that. If you body shame somebody, let's just say, who's naturally big or small on top and they have no control over it since birth, that's different. That's horrible. That's disgusting. But if you say something about somebody getting, plastic surgery, or let's just say a boob job or something, that's your opinion on the surgery, not the way that person's natural body came out. That's how I see it. And someone's got a picture of Trump with Piers Morgan, which says absolutely nothing. So he met Donald Trump. Okay, fine. But I guess in the end, it's an opinion whether Madonna looks good there or not. You let me know your opinion down in the comments. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. Shout out to Vanity7, Nintendo Gaming Channel, and Bridget. Great supporters here. Thank you so much. And if you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't consider it and don't subscribe, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time. But what I did see was Sam's appearance and the way Madonna looked. Now Madonna got some criticism. What's criticism? It's a new word, guys. Madonna got some criticism. Take two.